Hello and welcome to my channel, and today we are filming my July TBR. So I'm actually filming this kind of early in the month just so I can attempt to get it out on time. I've been really struggling with uploads, as you can tell. Really, I've just been in the mood to read and consume media, and apparently not my own. So we're trying to get back on track. Really, this week is going to be like a double down, editing everything that I need to catch up on kind of week. And I'm going to be listening to audiobooks in between doing all that. Though I don't know how much work is going to get done today because I'm filming this on Father's Day. So we are in the mid-month. So I do technically still have time that I could have filmed this, but I kind of want to film it now. I don't think we really have a lot going on in July. I am going to be working a ton, both jobs actually, and we're going to be saving up for future plans. We have a couple of vacations that we do want to take. So really it's going to be working, and in between that working, it's going to be listening to audiobooks and reading as much as we can. It's not going to be like last summer where I'm working literally every single day. It's going to be a little bit more lenient because I actually did give myself some days off. In terms of July reading plans, there really isn't anything specific that I want to read other than attempting to focus on my summer TBR, which actually has a lot of ebooks on it. So we'll see what we manage to get on there. Let's start with pick number 1. Ebook, which is perfect because what was I just saying? And for this, I already know what I'm gonna pick. This is one that I definitely want to get read in the summer because I read the first book, I think last year, and I loved it so much. I gave it a 5-star, and I want to read the sequel and continue on with the series, and that is It Starts with Summer. This is the second book to His for the Summer, which is a new adult spicy male romance, and I believe this one will be no different. This one follows Parker, who's the best friend of Aiden, who was in the first book, and I believe it also takes place at the same summer camp. That's all I really know about it. I don't know who his love interest is, but I'm really, really, really excited for this one, and it feels like the perfect summer romance. All right, pick number 2. A book with an animal on the cover. Why don't we go with one of the physical reads that is on the TBR. This is one that I actually purchased recently that I would love to read soon, especially in the summer. This will be the first time that I read from these authors because it is an author duo, and it's The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I have heard so many amazing things about this author duo. I have never read any of them, but why not start with one of their most popular releases? This one follows our main character, who I think her sister is getting married. Yeah, her sister is getting married, and her sister's groom's best man is a guy that she cannot stand. However, something happens at the wedding where pretty much everybody in the wedding party ends up getting food poisoning except for these two. So they end up going on their sister's honeymoon together. What could possibly go wrong? Pick number 3. First letter, last letter. So this technically means the first letter of this book the book that I just chose has to be the last letter in the next book that I chose. And I mean, technically, so it has to be like, so T has to be the last letter in the next book that I choose. And I don't know. So I technically have 2 options that are on my summer TBR. Dating and Dismemberment, which actually takes place in a summer camp. It is one that I wanted to start for the Magical Readathon. And I did start it a little bit, but I didn't get very far into it. And then I also have Scarlet, which isn't necessarily summery, but it's one that, like, it's a series that is on the forefront of my mind that I want to continue on with. However, because it doesn't feel very summery, I think we're gonna go with Dating and Dismemberment. This does take place at a summer camp. We follow Darla, who's going through a little bit of an identity crisis. She is a monster. She is well known for causing mayhem and possibly a little bit of murder and maiming. And then this other monster kind of swoops in and tries to take her title. And it's about them possibly falling in love with each other. And basically just to show you like what kind of book this is and how much it just feels like a silly, goofy time. It does come with a list of trigger warnings, including bad things happening to people named Kyle, decapitation, but in a fun way, long distance hurtling of irritated camp counselors into large bodies of water, drinking water of highly questionable purity, overbearing mothers, absent fathers, monsters dealing with repressed trauma due to aforementioned overbearing mothers and absent fathers. And like it goes on from there. I'm really excited for this one. Pick number 4. A book with a name in the title. Well, did I not just say I wanted to read something that has a name in the title? Scarlet. This is the name of a character. The first one is Cinder, and that one is about a cyborg girl named Cinder who really she's in the forefront of a plague that is going around, and she somehow gets kind of twisted up into plague research as well as a potential romantic encounter with the prince / future emperor. And this goes on from there. I don't know how this is going to go on from there because we follow a new character. And I think every book follows like a new character. And first of all, love this cover. That's why I really wanted to start collecting these ones. And B, I really just want to know where Cinder's going to end up after the conclusion of the last book. It took me a really, really long time to finally reread that one and want to continue on with the series. And now I'm in the mood to continue on with the series. So this is getting added. And then last pick number 5. A horror. I don't think I have any horrors on my summer TBR. I'm gonna repick and potentially, I don't know, I don't want to get rid of this prompt in case I do happen to purchase horrors in the future, but I don't think I have a horror book on my shelves. Repick number 5. A Connor pick. All right, I need you to do me a favor because I'm filming.
Okay.
I need you to text our bestie Connor and tell him to pick a book for me to read.
I think he has the day off. You want me to just try calling him?
Yeah.
Hey, fat boy, I got a question for you. Hey, what's up? So, actually, Meg, can explain better. Honey, go ahead and explain.
So I'm doing my July TBR in advance.
She's recording literally at this moment as we speak.
Yes.
Okay.
And I pulled the prompt Connor pick. So I need my bestie to pick a book for me.
Ooh. Okay.
I can give you options, or you can choose something even if I don't own it.
I'll make things interesting. I'll pick something off of my shelf.
Okay.
Let's see. Does it matter what genre, or can it just be anything?
Nope, it can be anything.
Can be anything.
It's a completely free pick.
Oh, awesome, 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 awesome. Oh, I know what I want you to read.
Yeah.
The Crow by James O'Barr.
Okay.
And I will let you borrow my copy. I'm holding it in my hand right now. I will absolutely bring it over Monday.
Okay. Sounds good
All
to
right.
me.
Explain to the audience, what's it about?
It is an independent comic book about a man who and his wife was murdered by a gang of thugs. Exactly 1 year later, he comes back to life to exact revenge on him and his wife's murderers. And it is one of my favorite independent comics of all time. It's one of the most influential independent comics of all time. And it is absolutely worth your time to read if you are both a comic book fan and just a fan of cool, like, goth stories in general.
Awesome. I thought you were going to go in a very different direction.
What did you think I was going to pick?
I thought you were going to pick Fourth Wing because you've been bugging me to read that one.
Oh, I should have picked that. That is it is like part of a series, but I didn't want to like give you a series. I wanted to give you like a single thing. So
You're a better person than I am. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Not a problem.
Okay. Guess we couldn't get rid of that horror pick like we thought we were going to, because Connor did give us a horror book, which is great. And it sounds like it's a comic/graphic novel, so even better. So that is our 5. We have 3 physical, an ebook, well, actually 4 physical. And I'm really excited. This will be a hopefully fun summer TBR. However, that is not all, because of course we need to talk about our series pick, which I will not be pulling. Our series pick, we are still on Limoncello's library. I have not finished any books in that series other than the second one, which you will have already seen. I don't even think I've started the third one. I do want to continue and finish that series very soon, though. I borrowed the ebooks from the library, so I did finish the second one, and I do have the third one, which I need to pick up soon because I think my hold for that is running out. And then I think I still have like 3 or 4 books to finish from that series. However, rereads. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to have the time to do 2 rereads. So I don't know if I want to do one of the bookish battles, because we did finish one of those last month. We'll pull out of our rereads jar, see if I can get something shortish. Between Shades of Grey, not to be confused with 50 Shades of Grey. This is not a summary book. And I mean, short-ish, like I could finish it, but it's not summary, and I want something summary. So I'm breaking my own rules and repicking. The Incredibly Dead Pet series is not necessarily summer. Actually, it's not summer at all. This is definitely something that I would have preferred to read like Halloween-ish time, but it is short. It is a graphic novel style. Well, no, it's a middle grade, not graphic novel. Oh, what are you? But it is a middle grade book with tons of pictures by the same author as Fart Quest. And we all know how much I loved that series. And I do own all 3 books. So if I'm in the mood for something light and fun, I can just pick up all 3 volumes and reread them all at the same time. So it looks like either way we're gonna read a series this summer. We also have to pick a wrapped book, which I did not forget this time. All right, did a quick little eeny meeny miny mo situation there, and we picked, I knew it was gonna be this one. I did not want it to be this one. The Atlas 6 by Livy Blake. I have heard a lot of very, very, very mixed things about this book. I mean, there's kind of a reason it's wrapped up. I wasn't sure if and or when I wanted to get to this one, but apparently we're going to get to it in July. All right. The Atlas 6. Don't know what it's about. Don't know much about it other than it is a sci-fi that is very, well, not sci-fi, but it's like a dark academia style book, and it is a very polarizing book. You either love it or you hate it. So I'm intrigued to see where I will fall within this category. So I don't think I'm necessarily doing anything reading wise in July. Maybe Summerween, which is usually like a week long readathon, but nothing else besides, of course, Read It or Delete It that could make me stray from these plans. So we have these books plus Limoncello's library, however many we end up doing for that, plus the ebook that we have, and Connor's Choice. So technically, Connor's Choice and the ebook, these are the main priority reads. And then, of course, we have our unwrapped pick. Limoncello is our series, and The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter is our reread of the month. It should be a hopefully fun, cute, productive summer. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, as well as Benson, who's a frequent member of this channel. I will leave all of their links down in the description box below, as well as links to my social media if you want to get any more updates from me. But until then, goodbye.